sliding dovetail is really a combination of a dado and the dovetail. And frankly, combining those two together makes for an outstanding joint that solves a lot of problems that woodworkers, cabinet makers specifically face. When you deal with a longer case side, say you're dealing with a 7-foot tall bookshelf, the sides are going to want to bow out over time because you've got that long board. The dado joint doesn't do a real good job because it doesn't resist pulling out of the case. Board is now attached into the side, yet this case has the full ability to move and expand up and down this sliding pin here. I want to look at two types of sliding dovetails: the straight untapered sliding dovetail and then the tapered version of the sliding dovetail. Again, I'll strike a line in pencil, put my mating piece up against the square and draw a line up from there, which will help your saw run in the marked line, the knife line. Drop my saw in that kerf that I've already formed, move the guide block up against it, and make sure that you're registered firmly, and I can saw down to my marking gauge line at the bottom of the groove. Profile for the tail. Again, be very conscious as you move down that your waist might. Now, if you were to do this with a much wider board, you might find that it requires certainly quite a bit of effort. Ultimately, that's how it should go together. That's the type of fit you're looking for here. This marks the first straight side wall. And make sure I'm square. Come back and establish that angle with a chisel. It might be easier in the long run. Sometimes it's just easier to chisel it out. Little bit by little bit. I want to pay very close attention to my gauge lines. Remove first. This is really a pairing action, so you want to keep your fingers crossed. We should come up flush. There we go. The through dovetail is really the test at this point. And try fitting 4 tails to that, 4 tails to the taper. Cuts. There's really an extraordinarily small amount of cutting. On an angle to make sure I clean out that corner. Looking for an even reveal between the ash guide block and this soft maple piece here. The angle. I'm a little bit wide down here, so I've got my pencil mark down here, and I really can just work down to that mark. Not really worried about being pretty with the glue here. Full length pass. Check my square, and you can prevent tapering the piece. See, I've thinned it out enough and we're about the same thickness as our angled leg.